Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am so excited because I have a brand new concealer here today that I have been completely obsessed with since I got it. And not a normal obsessed, it's been like stalker mode obsessed. Like, I cannot put this down and I want to tell everyone about it. Now this is a new Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. It comes in 20 shades, which I think is absolutely amazing. Jackie Aina actually, I believe, curated for the shade range for the Born This Way line, which I think is a really good move for Too Faced because obviously Jackie is very intuitive when it comes to shade ranges, undertones, and diversity as well when it comes to foundation lines. So I was really excited when I got this in the mail. I actually had no idea this was launching. That just shows you how much I've been on Instagram lately. But when I saw this, I first thought it was the Born This Way foundation, then I saw that it said concealer on it, and instantly I was like, okay, well, I'm using this tomorrow when I do my makeup. So I used it and I was floored. Like, absolutely floored. This definitely has a lot more product to it, which I thought was absolutely crazy because Tarte Shape Tape probably has one of the most amounts of product out of popular concealers that everyone talks about. And this one just really took the cake. So this one comes with 0.5 fluid ounces. So I have my PR package info here, and it says that you can contour, conceal, highlight, and retouch with the brand new Super Coverage Long Wear Natural Finish Concealer, and that it's infused with coconut water. It says that it's hydrating, a 4-in-1 full coverage, buildable, multitasking concealer. And I agree with all of those claims. I cannot put this down and I will not be without it. I'm so happy that Too Faced sent me all the shades because I'm actually going to be putting this in my freelance makeup kit to use on my clients, which I'm absolutely so excited about, to have a new concealer that I can trust because I love Tarte Shape Tape. It's definitely a holy grail, but my biggest issue is that I have very dry under eyes and I feel like it almost looks crepey all through here usually, and this one just smooths everything right over, and my under eyes have been going through it. I'm peeling from retinol right here, so my skin's been dry, and this concealer is the truth. So without me rambling on any further, let's get into the demo. Alright you guys, so I already have my foundation on, and today I figured it would only be right to be wearing the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. I love this and I talk about it a lot. It's actually one of my favorite matte foundations. It's a solid medium coverage, but it is very buildable, and once it sets, it's a very soft but not drying matte. So if you've ever tried the Fenty foundation and you feel like it's too dry and too powdery and too tight, definitely give this a try. I feel like it's so overlooked. I think, this is my theory, I think that everyone kind of doesn't take this seriously because of the packaging and that it's like pink and a squeeze tube, but I love this. It says 14-hour wear, oil control, oil-free, and photo-friendly. I agree with all of those, and also I like that this sets to a very transfer-proof finish. I don't have any powder or anything on yet. It is a little bit patchy in the center of my face because I've had this on for a little bit because I was making coffee, and I forgot that I had foundation on and I was like touching my face. So I think that's a good thing because I forgot that I had anything on. So it is very lightweight. So I did get all of the shades of the new Too Faced multi-use sculpting concealer. I have used this twice, and you guys, I was not expecting this. Like, I was not expecting this. Today I'm using the shade Vanilla. The concealer shades are more yellow, leaning neutral. I didn't see anything that was really too pink. So if you're someone who likes a really pink concealer, I would say really go in the store and kind of swatch them. This concealer, when I first tried it, I put it all over and I was like, oh, it's gonna blend out and be very lightweight. I also love the Born This Way concealer that was before this one. I think they still carry it. That one's more natural. This concealer reminds me of Tarte Shape Tape, but hydrating. Like, I can't even explain it. So that's the concealer blended out, and it blends out like a dream. I really do love this Real Technique sponge to blend out my foundation and concealer. I feel like it blends it out really well and seamlessly. Now, this concealer, if I had to compare it to a concealer, think of Tarte Shape Tape, but if Shape Tape wasn't as drying. I have very dry under eyes, like extremely dry under eyes a lot of the times, and I'll get a dry patch that goes right through here underneath my eyes, and this one just smooths right over it, and when I powder it, it looks absolutely flawless. And even on camera, like, you can see that there's nothing peeking through, and I didn't have to use as much as I would if I were using something else. And I also just love how lightweight it feels, and my skin looks skin-like, but not overly radiant. One of the biggest differences I noticed when first using this concealer is how my bake and under eye looked and everything. My under eyes usually look okay. Like, from far away they look good, but then when you're up close you're like spray yourself with some Fix Plus or something. So when I first put this on, I was like, oh, like this looks really good. And even now it looks amazing. It is very lightweight, and I also love it as an eyeshadow primer. It makes my eyeshadow last all day and it doesn't crease. And what I also really love about this is that it gives you hydration, but again, without being overly oily or greasy. So I'm gonna pick another shade to contour. Conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. I have my PR box right here on my desk, but it's a very large one, and I'm really excited to have this concealer because I'm actually going to be getting back into freelancing, or I'm getting back into freelancing currently, and I'm so obsessed with this that I'm definitely going to be putting this in my freelance kit because it's just a good concealer. I was originally going to put Shape Tape in there, but I feel like this one is a little bit better across the board for all skin types, all the way from oily to dry. Okay, so the shade I'm taking for contour today is the shade Chestnut. I also really love this applicator. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is a diamond tip applicator. And I just like that it's a little bit different and that you can really get precise lines with it. Okay, so that color is pretty warm, but I couldn't really find a color that was more on the cooler side, at least cooler than this. So this is the shade Chestnut, and I really like it to add some depth and dimension back to my face. And you guys know that I do not do my foundation without doing this, just because my bronzer does not last by itself. Like doing a powder bronzer on my skin by itself just doesn't last. It's almost like my skin eats the bronzer and then I end up with nothing on my forehead. So I always have to do this first. And I also like how it looks. I feel like it looks better in person. I feel like it looks better on camera. And I feel like it just looks better in general. So I always like doing some cream bronzing first. It just looks a lot more skin-like, and it's a really good way to add dimension back, but without adding a bunch of powder. So as you can see, the concealer definitely stretches a very long way. I'm so obsessed with this, and I cannot wait to use it for future looks. I can't rave about it enough, and I haven't been this impressed and excited about a product, especially a skin product, in a very long time. I think the last product I was really excited about was this, and I wore this for about 2 months straight after I received this. I really do love this. It is a holy grail. This is definitely a holy grail. I personally wear the shade Nude. This is my second bottle of the shade Nude, and I will never be without this. I like this even when I travel because you can make it look very skin-like, but it lasts all day but without making you feel dry. Because again, I'm all about makeup lasting all day but looking more like skin and not drying you out, because being crepey and dry and tight is never a good feeling ever. Today I'm not going to be doing a wear test just because I feel like with concealer on me personally, I never really see a difference throughout the day, especially with my under eyes. If anything, they just look drier, and with this concealer, they look absolutely amazing all day. I wore this the other day for 12 hours and I've never been so impressed with a concealer. Again, I do recommend this for anyone from oily all the way to dry skin types. This is a very full coverage concealer, so if you're looking for something more lightweight, definitely try this out and try using the very small amount and even applying it with a brush, like a concealer brush or something like this. But if you are afraid of full coverage products and you don't like full coverage products, this might not be for you. I would try their other concealer. So off camera, I'm going to finish off the rest of my face and I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look with the face done, and I'm obsessed with how this look came out. Unfortunately, I didn't record this. I was supposed to record it today, but I can record it if it's something you guys want to see. I used the new Anastasia Dream Glow Kit for my highlight today. I am no longer on the Anastasia PR list, and it was confirmed. I don't know why, but I'm not. But I did want to buy this because I love Anastasia Glow Kits. I've been reviewing them on my channels for years, and they're some of my favorites. And my Moonchild Glow Kit, I hit pan on like 3 of the shades by now. So I feel like this was more than worth it for the price point. I feel like as far as the formula, Norvina has outdone herself. The way these melt into the skin, but they're so high impact, but once you set them with setting spray, they look like skin that's beaming. Like, I can't even explain it. So if you're thinking about getting this and you like colorful highlights and you're on the fence, I highly recommend this. If you want to see a video specifically about this, please let me know and thumbs up this video and I will be sure to do that. But I love this. I'm mixing today Unicorn right here and then the shade Ethereal right here. So those are the two I have mixed for my highlight. Cheekbones, underbrow, bridge of the nose, and then chin, and Cupid's bow, obviously. For lips today, I'm wearing the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Stella. I usually don't wear this color. I usually wear Cool Girl, which is one of my all-time favorites, but I really do love this, and I love how the tone of it goes with the eyes. And then for eyes today, I used the new Jaclyn Hill x Morphe Armed and Gorgeous palette. It's this one right here. This is effing stunning, and I love how blendable it was. I used this shade first, then these two in the crease, then this one on the lid, this one in the inner corner, and then this one on the lower lash line. So I just use this palette. If you guys want to see tutorials with every single Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, I can definitely do that. I think they're more than stunning, and I love each one's color story. So I'm really excited. When I saw these, I was like dying. I do have a Morphe discount code, it's just my first name, Donovan. Now back to the concealer. I think this is stunning. As you can see, it is very, very smooth and flawless and seamless. I set it with the Peach Perfect powder underneath my eyes as well as the rest of my face. On the center of my forehead, I'm peeling, unfortunately, from my retinol. I've been on another retinol kick lately, just trying to get my skin back to normal. I feel like it's just going through so much lately, so that's why my skin's peeling there, but I love this concealer. I highly recommend it. If you love Tarte Shape Tape but you feel like it's too dry, or if you're just looking for something different, this is amazing. It has more product than Tarte Shape Tape. It comes with the full 0.50 fluid ounces, so this will last you a really long time. I think the shade range is amazing as well, and I also think the color undertones are good. Again, with the lighter shades, I do feel like there aren't as many pink tones, so definitely go in store, swatch, and figure that out. And then I love the darker shades to contour my face. It wears all day. I need the smallest amount of product, and it looks like skin. So I am so impressed with these. Thank you so much to Too Faced for sending me all of the shades. I can't wait to incorporate this into new videos and also my freelance kit. I highly, highly recommend picking this up if this seems like something that would be of liking to you. And then I'll leave a link to everything else that I mentioned down below as well. If you want to see more videos like this, please don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you then.